All right, let's get started. ChatGPT. I'm going to read you a story made by ChatGPT, but let me see. ChatGPT. Let's see. Let's go over to ChatGPT because I hope I have it. I don't know if you have to download it or not, but we'll see. I did this on a different account yesterday, so that was pretty easy, and I guess people liked it, which is good. Oh, I gotta log in, so give me a second and I'll log in. ChatGPT. Yes, I want to log into ChatGPT. All right, let's see. Login. Continue with Apple. Continue with the password. None of you are gonna know what my password is, because I'm not gonna tell you. All right, wait, come on. I think I did put the password incorrectly. Let's see. Nope, still incorrect. We're gonna do ChatGPT for reading out stories. Let's see. Okay, we are here. So let's ask it a story to write us. Uh, hmm. Write me a story about ancient Rome. Yes, let's do write me a story about ancient Rome that's all true and factual. We don't want to hear information that is false. So let's see. It's loading. I've got it. And okay, let me start reading this out to you. Just, I'm gonna wait 15 more seconds. So if anyone wants to join, just, I don't know. Oh, hello, wait. So I'm about to read a story about factually how ancient Rome started. That's true. Do you want to stay in and hear me? I'm about to start in about pretty soon. Give me like 10 more seconds and I'm about to start. All right, here I go. The ideas title: The Ideas of March, the Fall of Julius Caesar. The morning of March 15th, 44 BCE, dawned with an eerie stillness over Rome. Gaius Julius Caesar, the dictator of the Roman Republic, had been warned by soothsayers, by dreams, even by his own wife that danger lurked, but Caesar, even pragmatic, dismissed such superstitions. He had ruled Rome with an iron will, reforming laws, pardoning enemies, and centralizing power. But in doing so, he had also created many who resented his authority. The Senate meeting that day was held by the theater of Pompey rather than the usual curia. A decision made to accommodate the growing number of senators, unbeknownst unbeknownst to Caesar. A conspiracy had been forming for months. 60 senators, led by Marcus Junius Brutus, Caesar Longinus, and several other had plotted to assassinate him. They called themselves the Liberators and believed that by killing Caesar, they would restore the Republic and end his perceived tyranny. Uh, Does this scroll? I swear, if this doesn't scroll. As Caesar entered the center chamber, the conspirators surrounded him under the guise of presenting a petition. The signal was given. Um, Servius struck the first blow, slashing at Caesar's neck. Stunned, Caesar attempted fight back, but the rest of the senators closed in by stabbing him repeatedly. According to the historical accounts, he was struck 23 times as he fell. Bro, wait, why can't I scroll? Nope. Bro, I need to be able to scroll so I can read this more. Wait. Extend the story. Bro, this isn't working. It's weird. Wait, be able to find out a bit of an a little bit of an because if I want to be able to read this, oh my gosh, this is so annoying. Oh wait. I think I might have it. I don't think I have it. Wait, hold up. I'm losing you guys. Okay. So while I'm trying to figure this out, your day, guys. Good? Muy bien. Aussie, Aussie. So. Yep, I lost them. Tell me a story about ancient Rome. Make it factual and easy to read. We're gonna do. There we go. Now we can actually start scrolling. All right. Let's see. When someone joins, I will start reading. Make it longer. So I will start reading pretty soon. Yep, it's still loading in. Okay. Let me start from the beginning and hopefully someone will join. The rise of Augustus, Rome's first emperor. Rome was once a republic, where elected officials and the senators made decisions. But by the first century BCE, the republic was falling apart. Corruption, power struggles, and civil wars had weakened the government. Then came Julius Caesar, a brilliant general who won many battles and became the most powerful man in Rome. Many senators feared he wanted to make himself king. So on March 15th, 44 BCE, a group of them assassinated him. They thought this would save the republic, but instead it threw Rome into chaos. A young leader steps forward. One of Caesar's biggest supporters was Octavian, his 18-year-old great nephew and adopted son. Many underestimated him, but he was smart, ambitious, and determined. He soon joined forces with Mark Antony, one of Caesar's top generals, and Lepidus, another powerful politician. Together they formed the Second Triumvirate, an alliance to defeat Caesar's killers. In 42 BCE, they fought the Battle of Philip against Brutus and Sacius, the leaders of the assassination plot. After a bloody fight, the assassins were defeated, and both Brutus and Sacius took their own lives. With Caesar's killers gone, Octavian, Antony, and Lepidus divided into Roman world among themselves. Hmm. A reveal begins. At first, Octavian and Antony worked together. Octavian controlled the western part of the empire, while Antony took the east and allied himself with Cleopatra, the powerful queen of Egypt. Over time, tensions grew. Lepidus was pushed out, and soon it was just Octavian versus Antony in a battle for total control of Rome. Hmm. Antony and Cleopatra's relationship made many Romans uneasy. Some feared that Antony was putting Egypt's interests before Rome's. In 31 BCE, the conflict came to a head at the Battle of Actium, a massive naval battle off the coast of Greece. Octavian's fleet, led by his brilliant general Agrippa, crushed Antony and Cleopatra's forces. The defeated couple fled to Egypt, where they both later on took their own lives in 30 BCE. Hello, what am I reading today? I'm reading about how Rome started, how it started from the beginning, and what happened to it, and what are the leaders. So basically, if you weren't here at the beginning, it started off with Caesar, but people thought he wanted to, like, become king instead of, like yeah. With Antony gone, Octavian was now the undisputed ruler of Rome. But instead of calling himself a king or dictator, both of which were unpopular, he made a clever move. In 27 BCE, he claimed he was restoring the Republic while actually keeping all of the power for himself. The senator rewarded him with the title Augustus, meaning the reverbed one, and he became Rome's first emperor. The birth of the Roman Empire. Under Augustus, Rome entered a period of peace and stability called the Pax Romana, or Roman peace. It lasted for about 200 years and was one of the greatest times in Roman history. Augustus rebuilt Rome, improving roads, aqueducts, and buildings, created a professional army to defend the empire, started the Praetorian Guard, an elite force to protect the empire, reformed the government, making it more efficient, encouraged arts and literature, with poets like Virgil writing epic works. Though the republic was gone, Augustus had created a strong empire that would last for centuries. He ruled for over 40 years, dying in 14 CE at the age of 75. His rule marked the beginning of the Roman Empire, which would dominate the Mediterranean world for the next 400 years. The assassination of Caesar had been meant to save the Republic, but instead it led to something even greater, the birth of an empire that would shape history forever. Let me see, what other stories could I write? Or just type in, that would type out. Um, I could write about the history of how electricity was made. Random sexual All right, now let me start off. Ancient observations of electricity. The first recorded discovery of electricity dates back to around 600 BCE in ancient Greece. The philosopher Thales of Miletus noticed that when amber, a fossilized tree resin, was rubbed with fur, it could attract small objects like dust or feathers. Like dust or feathers. This was an early observation of static electricity. Some scientists believe that the Baghdad battery found in Mesopotamia was and dating back to around 250 BCE may have been an early electrical device. It consisted of a clay jar with a copper cylinder cylinder and an iron rod, which could have produced a weak electric current when filled with an acidic liquid like vinegar. However, whether it was truly used for electricity remains uncertain. Early scientific studies 600s and 1700s. For centuries, electricity remained a mystery, but serious scientific experiments began in the 17th and the 18th century. 17 1600s. English scientist William Gilbert studied magnets and static electricity. He coined a term electresis from the Greek word for amber to describe materials that could generate static electricity. 1705, English scientist Francis Hawksby invented an early electric generator that produced static electricity and made gases inside a glass globe glow. 1752, Benjamin Franklin conducted his famous kite experiment, proving that lightning was a form of electricity. He also invented lightning rods to protect buildings from strikes. By the late 1700s, scientists had proven that electricity was a neutral force, but they still couldn't generate or control it efficiently. The birth of electrical power, 1800s. Hello, what are you reading? In the 19th century saw the 19th century saw major breakthroughs that allowed people to produce and use electricity. 1800. Italian scientist Alessandro Volta invented the first battery called the voltaic pile. It provided a steady flow of electric current, provided that electricity could be generated chemically. The unit of electric potential, the volt, is named after him. 1820. Danish physicist Hans Christian Ørsted discovered that electric currents created magnetic fields, leading to the study of electromagnetism. Electromagnetism. Can't say that word correctly. 1831. English. I can't. Wait. English scientist Michel Faraday discovered electromagnets induction, providing that electricity could be generated by moving a magnet through a coil of wire. This discovery is the basis of modern electrical generators. 1879. American inventor Thomas Edison developed the first practical incandescent light bulb, allowing electricity to be used for lighting homes and businesses. The War of Currents, AC versus DC, late 1800s. By the late 1800s, cities wanted electrical power, but there was a major debate over which type of electricity to use. Thomas Edison promoted direct current, DC, which worked well for short distance, but lost power over long distances. Nikola Tesla and George Westinghouse championed alternated alternating current, AC, which could travel much farther and be transmitted efficiently. 1893, the World's Columbian Exposition in Chicago was powered by AC, providing its effectiveness. In 1895, the first major hydroelectric power plant at Niagara Falls used AC, supplying electricity to New York. AC became the standard for electrical power and is still used today. The expansion of electricity 1900s present. In the 20th century, electricity became essential for daily life. Some key developments include 1920s, 1950s. Expansion of the power grid brought electricity to rural areas. 1950s to 1960s. Nuclear power plants were developed to generate electricity. 1970 present. Advanced in renewable energy like solar, wind, and hydroelectric power have provided cleaner alternatives to fossil fuels. Today, electricity powers everything from homes and industries to transportation and communication. Scientists continue to develop more efficient and sustainable ways to generate electricity for the future. Conclusion. The journey of electricity started with ancient observations of static charges and have evolved into a global power system. Thanks to scientists like Volta, Faraday, Tesla, and Edison, we now have the modern electrical world we rely on every day. Would you like me to expand on I don't know. I don't know if I should keep on reading or if I should do something else. Go to bed. 'Cause I'm maybe so I have a question. Should I search up ChatGPT to ask a question to read a different story? Because I just read a story about the evolution of electricity. Would you want yeah, you did not. Mm, let's see. Not that cooking book. Wow. Would be a good book to read from. I need to find something interesting. Let's see. I don't know what book I should look through to find a recipe to make my cookie. I kind of rhymed. What are you looking for, Tony? Nothing? Alright, we're gonna need half a cup of butter. Butter. So 6 sticks. We need half a cup of butter to make these peanut butter cookies. I'm pretty tired. Got all of my cookies. So let's see. The collar's on the back. This is 1/4, and this is half. So 2 sticks of butter we'll need. Half a cup. Okay. Put the butter back. Instructions: preheat oven to 350. Alright.